Okay, so here's our moon glow. Got a couple of them just about ready. The big rainbow. A couple of those almost ready too. Grandma Mary's. Already picked a couple of those. Put them in a salad. Middle Tennessee. Had one of those. Very good, very meaty. The chocolate stripe. Had one of those, a little premature, but it was fantastic. Sundoll mold valve. Something like that. Haven't had that one yet. Romas. The sun golds, we've been enjoying those. They're delicious. And the boxcar willies, which we haven't had yet, but shouldn't be too long. Got some good peppers coming. These are reds, supposedly. I don't know how you tell the difference, because supposedly they all turn red eventually. Got some good green ones. Lots of banana peppers. Some of those are turning pink, which I'm curious about what that does to the flavor. Parsley is fantastic. A little goes a long way. And here is the pimentos. A couple of them anyway. There's a bunch more in there. But what it's about today is the basil. I've let it go for quite a while now. A week probably without plucking blossoms, because I wanted to make some more pesto and I don't want to waste the blossoms. So there are lots of blossoms. There's going to be a lot of picking today. I've already started picking. Got a few in the pot right now. And this is what we're going to try out later for washing. I tested it on some leaves because apparently we had some wind. Plenty of leaves to test with. So we'll be back when we get to that point. Actually, I just want to show you how I'm choosing how to pick the basil. For example, there's a couple of good blossoms on that one, so I'll probably snip right above that node right there, and that makes them bushier, but also makes more work because there's more blossoms after that, but that's what it's all about. Okay, so pick me a mess of it, as Tony Joe White would say. And let's get the spinner going and the water going. And let's start putting in some basil. And watch how it works. Actually, let's push that back a little bit. Seems to be getting a fairly decent rinse and tumble. The reason I'm doing this, or put this project together, is because it takes a lot of time to wash basil in the sink. I figured I could be doing some other things while this is taking place. Oh, and in case you didn't notice, we're watering the tree too. Olivia's baptism tree from her grandpa and grandma. So we'll check back later. So one problem I see is you get a lot of basil in there and it gets wet, and it gets over to this end, it tends to push down, which loosens that belt, and it slips a little bit then, as you can see. So I'll have to figure something out for that. I forgot, I've got these springs down here putting tension on the belt, so I had to move the springs in a little closer to the shaft, which tensioned that belt a little better. And she's rolling along. I'll up the water pressure a little bit. Seems to be working just fine. Still got to tension that belt better. I was a little afraid if I had too much water pressure I could bruise the leaves, but I think this is going to be okay. Well, of course, having the leaf run under the wheel is going to bruise it too, but I think we'll be alright. So now I've angled the spray down more too, thinking it'll get it better washed. Gotta keep that in mind for the next time. Gotta figure out a better way to dry it too. So I found a solution for the belt slippage, that belt, but this old printer spooler down there, it's got a belt in it too. Tried to protect it from water, but apparently it's getting wet and having some occasional slippage as well. But all in all, everything is doing great.